No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Sun Devils will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Nelson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game, because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard. Obviously, such a difficult conference. The Big Ten, you got to bring your A game so many times or else you do get beat. You've had some setbacks. Now, how are we going to finish? Now, we've talked about this season. We've talked about what we want to do, and we might not be living up to expectations, but we can control finishing strong.
To the air, it's Raiola. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanting to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. The quick out. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Moving out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll be brought down.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Firing to the right, complete. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig. I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska's going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach. Watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. And you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Udo. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. And the Sun Devils are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Makes the grab. It's Udo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He might want another play. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. To throw, it's Levitt. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it on the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner is stopped. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Breaks into the open. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
That's caught. It's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field, and don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Now facing a third and long. Going deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Pulls it in. It's Udo. Makes him talk to the hand. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this comp.
There he goes. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Tulane delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in New Orleans. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the American. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. It's complete to the left. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose down the left side. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner goes down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Turning it on! That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Levitt. With the catch, it's Udo. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. And he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in the backfield.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Lost one deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Knowles. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Huskers will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Raiola. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles, and get them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Using his legs, it's Udo. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Butler. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Levitt. The short hands, it's Butler. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Sun Devils! A great catch and run for 6.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown. This lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Nelson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running free. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Looking to fire. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here. Oh, he's got some space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Arizona State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Tulsa overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Golden Hurricane tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The RPO fire complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Zings it complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Gonna run it. It's Udo. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Caught in the backfield, it's Udo. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised. But
can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game. Hope going to take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch, it's Ives. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. The Cornhuskers are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking for space, it's Ives. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off inside the 40. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
Nebraska, 28.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Gets it to him on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Now he's looking into the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskers! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run it.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Weatherly. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
At the 46. 4th down coming up.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Scrambling away. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. In the red area, it's Johnson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Quick strike through the air for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Levin. Now he's going to break the pocket. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you...
Touchdown, Nebraska! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Quarterback adapting. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7.
It's nice to have a running back at the quarterback spot, a guy that can make that second play. Looks like a pass. What can he do? He turns it into a run, finds the end zone, gets a 2-point conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it for a big play. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Buys a little time with his feet. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
Fourth quarter, obviously, trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass, and he still takes off and gets the first.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
And now they've decided to go for two. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. Looking downfield, it's Clement. He is in there. The two-point conversion gives them the lead. And what lower intestinal fortitude to go for it there. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.